Welcome back. Let's talk about how to implement the Firebase ML kit. Before we do that, we need to first go to bubspec.yaml. Bubspec.yaml is down here. It's on the very outermost place in the project folder. I can show you. So this is the project. Then pubspec.yaml is right there. You should see it right away when you open the project folder. Now in YAML, things you need to, there are some dependencies you need to add. Notably, first one is Firebase ML Vision, camera, path provider. Now, in order to find out more about these dependencies, you can go to this site, pub.dev, and you can just search up Firebase ML, for example. Firebase ML Vision, that's what we need. And on the installing tab, they will tell you exactly what you need to do right there. And so I have already done that, so I don't need to do that again. You can see here that my version is a little bit older than this one. That's fine. It's as long as it's still recent, it's good enough. Now, after you update PubSpec YAML, you need to also pay attention to this thing up here on the very first line. That's the name of the app. I just name it Flutter Vision, just make it something descriptive. Now this is important because when you go to main.dot, over here, the main file is like everything that connects everything together. So over here, flutter.vision, and is where you refer to the app itself. Like if you need to implement to call on another file, this is what you do. You use the name of the app and then the file inside it. And everything else here is just the package from the dependencies. The front-end video tutorial series should talk more about this. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more on this site, this main app, main.dot, because in this sample app, there are two screens that you need to implement. Here, let me show you. So there's the camera screen, which is the default screen when you first turn on the app you see, and there's a detail screen. After you tap on click to take a picture, it will immediately move to detail screen and to show you all the info. This is the final product that we want. So now over here, camera screen basically has the take pictures. It saved the path through the picture itself, and then it send it over to the detail screen for analysis. Of the analysis of the ML is in detail screen app, and I will show that in a little bit. But I will just show you how of that transition work. So in this build here is the function that is run every time to recreate this camera screen. So you can see over here that the text, the title on the top, everything, the button would click. After it clicks, it waits until it takes a picture. It saves the path. If the path is not like null, it's not empty, it's given to detail screen for analysis. Now let's go to detail screen, which is in image detail dots right here. Now in detail screen, obviously, first thing, it takes in the path of the picture itself. Now there are lots of things that it's doing. First of all, it creates this object Firebase Vision image. Firebase Vision image is basically the like what you give to the Firebase ML kit first for it to analyze and that before you can do any kind of machine learning or any kind of recognition on it. You can actually find out more detail about that over here on the Firebase documentation. This is what I was talking about, Firebase Vision image. Using Firebase Vision Image, you can do a lot more things. In our case, we are doing text recognition. So it's in text and then vision text. And then from there on, we go on to analyze text. But you can see that there are lots of other kind of recognition. Barcode, documents, face, label, objects, a lot of stuff. And this documentation will let you learn more about that. But for now, let's just focus on text. So text recognizer use that Firebase Vision image object to recognize the text inside it. And so it only recognizes text. After that, we wait for it to finish doing that. And then it will returns all of the text that it has found. You can see over here, it save all of those texts. Now, we want to only, for our app here, we only want to save the emails. So for that, we use some kind of regular expression. This is a very long and very complicated string, but essentially what it is saying is that we want something that is in the form a lot of text, add sign something dot and then something. Example would be let's say example at google.com. So there's something after the dot, there's something before the dot and between the at sign, and there's something before the at sign. It's essentially this format. And so that's exactly what this regular expression is doing, is that it find all of the text that is found by this vision text object, and it finds the text that satisfy this regular expression condition. That is what this string down here is doing. Only the one that qualifies and that match the regular expression condition will be able to continue into this elements object right here. Now, those one are then added and then displayed later on, which is in this build app right here. The same thing that was in this main.dot here, but this one is for the detail screen. This is to display all the stuff that it has found in that image, the emails. Now this is a very long methods, but I will focus mainly on this align right here because this is where it displays all of the emails. You can see that it's on the bottom and it's in the middle, has some paddings in right here, so it's not just on the border here, it has some paddings around, and it's white, it says identify emails, and then all the way down here, all the way down to here, which is under all of the paddings, inside all of those paddings, inside all of those columns is where it displays all of the emails that it has found earlier. Now I want to point to something else after that. There's this method here called text detection painter. This is the class that is responsible for making all of this red box. Essentially what it does is that it get image size and it gets all of the text that was found on the image, records all of the coordinates of the four corners and it creates all of the four lines that connects these four corners together, and then it paints them red around all of this email. That is basically it. This method looks really long and intimidating, but that's basically it. And so this is the final product would look like. First of all, when you go in here, it's just like a normal camera screen. Takes it, save the image, it analyzes all the image, save all of the text that is in the email format, and then it colors them red, and then it lists all of those emails on the bottom. That is it for this app. And yeah, that's it.